Okay, so here we are in the greenhouse. This is a Texas tarragon plant. Official name is Tagetes Lucida, and it's also called Mexican mint or Mexican marigold. It is an excellent herb. I especially like it in with rice or potatoes or with fish. Especially good for that. But I like it in all sorts of things. It's a really unique smell. I don't even know how to describe it. There is some licoricey component to it, but it's not overpowering licorice. I'm not a fan of like licorice sticks. Like I won't eat those, but this is an awesome herb. In warmer climates, this herb will flower. I have actually gotten this to flower. It produces a yellow flower, very pretty. In my climate, it typically does not flower. Of course, I did that with, extreme soil work and really extreme lemon verbena here are doing well. Citronella in the pot, it's doing okay. The Texas tarragon is rocking. I get a whole tray of this drying. Actually, it's just about dry inside. I probably will harvest another tray full of this. You can use this a lot like tarragon. Maximum health. Anyway, in recent years it's sort of been neglected here in the greenhouse, and I've sort of nursed it along, but I haven't really had the soil or the time to care for it up until now. And so tonight I am going to care for it. It was in a 5-gallon bucket here. Let's show you this bucket. It was in a 5-gallon bucket here, and you can see that it was really wet. That soil was, it would either get really wet or it would get really dried out, and either way it was hard to get it to flip and stay the other way. So I basically went through and just pulled off all the dead roots, of which most of that was, of that whole bucket, and what we have left here is just basically the good roots at the bottom of this, and a slight clump of soil because I don't want to completely disconnect or damage the roots. But you can see those white roots sticking out. Those are nice healthy roots. I'll zoom in so you can get a look at those. That's what you want to see with something like this. So what I'm going to do is take this plant and put it into some Coast of Maine potting mix. This stuff is absolutely amazing, and it's a little expensive, but if you can get it, it's awesome. This is Bar Harbor Blend organic potting soil, and the only place I know around here in the Hudson Valley we can get it is Phantom Gardener, and those guys have a great show down there. They're good people down there. I know them personally, so I don't mind buying from them. That's a 2 cubic foot bag, about 22 bucks. So not the cheapest stuff, but this is really good stuff. Go look up Coast of Maine online, you'll see why. Anyway, so I'm going to transplant that into some of that, and I'm probably going to take this soil from this and just use it to top up some of the lower points in this bin, or I might even pack another few plants or something in there. We'll see what I end up doing with it. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to revitalize it. I just wanted you to see what was left of this plant, see the root system, and see how damaged it was. And we can correlate that, of course, at the top of the plant with, there's some green growth on there, but a lot of that growth is dead and, in bad shape. That's not a healthy or happy looking plant. And the reason for that is a failing root system. And the reason for that is basically not the best soil. And I don't know what the contributing factors all are in this, but I'm going to replace it, and we'll fix that problem. And I'll give a couple update videos on this as we go here, and you'll see how this thing revitalizes. With that, I'm going to go and do that, and then I'll give you a shot of it. Out with the old, in with the new. There you go. Ready to go. I'm going to hit this with some warm water. Well, I say warm water, but water from the tanks. It's relatively warm. And put it back under the supplemental light here, and we'll let it go. You'll see that plant perk back up, and I'll be able to propagate a bunch of those out of that in no time. That's one of the cool things about keeping plants in the greenhouse that are more on the perennial side. A lot of these plants are very easy to propagate from cuttings, and that's a very powerful tool. When you get a plant like a rosemary plant like this with all these tips on it, every one of these is a potential plant in 2 to 4 weeks. Whole new plant, right? And same with the lemon verbena. And these, the lemon verbena, whenever you clip these, you get 3 more stems popping out. So you can see this one here, where I pruned that back to make tea, 3 new stems. And if for each one of those I nip off, 3 more will come out. So very, very much lends itself to propagation. What else? Yeah, I think that's basically it. Anyway, just wanted to share this with you. Hope it helps someone. Thanks for watching the Pharmacy Seeds Network.